Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome to Madness Live. I don't know what the hell this show is. I was just gonna go solo, but my pal Zod Rider's like, I would have streamed tonight for a little bit. So we're gonna see how it goes. I need your help. I need your help to stop laughing. I need your help for topics. I need for your help with topics because I also said I wasn't gonna talk about the usual topics, but the response is absolutely freaking hilarious. I need your help because author of the Fandom Menace, Stephen Walton, is disappointed in me and doesn't. He said bye. I laughed my ass off more than I've ever done. Do I have YouTube regrets here? Do I have YouTube regrets over my YouTube career? The only regret I have is trusting in people to actually think things through and actually examine things in an objective way, and actually think logically. That's my only regret, is I put too much trust in people's faculties.
People have lost their minds.
No,
dude.
yeah.
There is no, you know what I've noticed, Max? There's absolutely no common sense anymore.
On either side.
Either side.
And I'll tell you what, I have friends that are Trump supporters, and I'm not against Trump either. They are getting super political again. I'm like, oh, I cannot take this. You guys are going to drive me crazy on both sides. That's why I hate politics. That is why.
Yeah, I hate politics too. I do. I hate all extremes on either side, and that's why for me politics I've never been a fan, because people take it to levels that I just defy humanity. It makes you sad to be a human being when you see what it's become. It's just like, okay, look, there's a certain level of respect that you should have for each other, regardless of what you believe politically. Because I think, Max, people need to stop for a moment and take a look at look up the word politics. Actually look it up and realize what it means, because what politics essentially means is BS.
Yeah.
That's what politics means at the end of the day, because it's all about promoting your side versus the other side. And to me, I've had it with it all together, and I hate to see the way people are dumping on you, but at the same time,
I think it's
Max,
hilarious.
At the same time, Max, I got to say, I love you, man. I love what you do. I love your channel. I love the topics you bring up. I love how you're not afraid to bring stuff up and put it out there. And I love how you don't really like, you don't indict anybody. You just kind of bring it up, put it out there, say what you feel about it, and move on. And you give people a chance when they're with you to say what they want to say about it. And whether or not you agree with them or not, you say what you have to say. And I mean, you do things the way that you're supposed to. That's the way a human being is supposed to communicate with another human being on a basic level. You're supposed to be able to just have a conversation, whether you agree or you don't agree. You can still be friends. You can still.
People. If you give an opinion outside of your group, they lose their mind.
Yeah,
they lose their mind.
It's because it's all tribalism now. It's all partisanship, one way or the other, or it's almost like, it reminds me of like the old stories about like Neanderthals and like cavemen, like they're you got 10 cavemen all fighting for the love of one woman who's really stupid. And that one woman that one woman who's really stupid is actually smarter than all the cavemen, because she's playing every single one of them. It's unbelievable to me, and that's kind of how I look at politics. Everybody is throwing themselves over a cliff.
I gotta explain the thumbnail and the because I did a little bit of a clickbait. I don't want to worry you guys. I need your help with this tonight's video. I need your help because I can't stop laughing my ass off because of the reactions that I'm getting from the Doomcock stuff. People on the right, and I'm not against right wingers, are the most fragile people ever. You talk about snowflakes. Oh my God. Stephen Walton said, you're not fun anymore. I'm leaving. I'm done with you. That's how you know you're on to something, is that's what you get. Like even my pal Sci-Fi Dragon. We're gonna look at some comments from last night's video because that's why I can't stop laughing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, if you actually prove a point, this is why I say regrets, because I have criticized many YouTubers here on my channel over the years, and every time you get to the point where you prove your argument, when you know you actually have done your job, is people stop responding with excuses and they're like, oh, okay, well, what do you want to happen now? And they always do the straw man. Oh, do you want him kicked off the platform? Do you want him to lose his job? Do you want him on the street? I never said any of that. I'm giving you facts, very logical investigations as to why it could be. You decide, but then that's how you know they have nothing left, is like Stephen Walton's response on my last video. You're not fun anymore.
You know what it says to me?
Yes.
You know what? You want to know what it says to me, Max? It says to me that these people know that the stuff that you're saying is true. And that's the only reason why they're reacting to it the way they are. Because let me ask you something. If something is untrue and it's complete BS,
they'll be saying something else in the comments. They'll be like,
yeah, and
you're wrong here, you're wrong here, you're wrong here.
And
you're not fun.
Right, and you know it's BS, and you know there's no truth to it whatsoever. Why are you getting so upset? Yeah. That's the big question that I love the point that you made about fragility among people that believe a certain way. It's like, what is going on that you're so fragile that if I say something that is not completely 100% pro your viewpoint, you're ready to throw me under a bus, run over me, kill me, condemn me to death. I don't understand what all this is about. Like, to me, I feel like, is it because you don't want to look at the evidence? Is it because you don't want it to be true? There's a lot of valid
questions there. That is exactly it. Because
you just don't want it to be true, right. And so you don't want it to even be brought to light because it could possibly be true.
Because hurt your team.
Because anybody who watches those videos, who watches his videos and who watches the videos of the alleged secret character, as you called him, I loved it because when you said secret, when you did all that discussion and it was like secret character, for me it was awesome. It was like, oh, like Mortal Kombat. I love secret characters.
Yeah, so it's intriguing. That's why I wanted to talk about it.
And then when I went and I looked at it, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm like, this isn't the kind of secret character that we like.
just so people in the chat know, I was just going to do a solo, but I love Zod Rider. He brings great conversation. He's like, look, I'll come stream tonight. I'm like, all right. So he kind of wanted to bring this up a little bit. But I'm laughing I can't stop thinking about, because it's hilarious, the response, even from my friends. They're like, okay.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret though, man. I'm a subscriber to Doomcock. I subscribe to his videos. You know why? Okay. You know why I subscribe to his videos? Because he's entertaining to me. Okay. I may not necessarily agree with everything the man says, but I enjoy watching his videos. I love those that nonsense. I love the mock-up. I love the mask and the fake, he's moving his hands and he's talking like he's, his whole gimmick of being, the future ruler of Earth and all that stuff. To me, I just find that his gimmick to be hilarious and I enjoy it for what it is, but I cannot deny the similarities between Doomcock and the secret character, the Commandant. I honestly, man, as somebody who actually watches Doomcock's videos and actually pays attention to the things he says, bro, hey, to me, I feel like, yeah, whether or not whether or not he wants to own that character. Maybe he's trying to phase out that secret character, because as you and I talked off air about, there hasn't been a new video with that character since like sometime in July.
Oh, I am watching for that to see if there's a reason.
We are in what? We're in September now. So maybe he's trying to phase that character out, and maybe he's not gonna. Maybe that's one of among other reasons. Why?
So just to give you viewers a heads up, what we're gonna do to have some fun is we're actually gonna look at the comments on the video and react to them, because it's funny. That's the only reason, not because I want to keep talking about it, because the reaction is hilarious.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so hilarious to me.
I'm fine. I put too much trust in people's mental faculties, and
right.
I have problems.
Listen, you expect people
myself.
to be.
I have problems myself, but I've trusted too much in the audience.
Max, you just expect.
That's my regret.
You just expect people to have a certain level of intelligence and to approach situations like an adult. Yeah, because some of the stuff that we're dealing with nowadays politically, it's like people have completely lost all common sense. People have completely thrown away logic. People have completely gotten rid of anything that where it just doesn't make sense on a basic level. That it's not about right and wrong. It's not about what you believe or what you don't believe, but it's like when you have something that is being thrown in your face, and you know that and you have like compelling evidence to show you that something is one way. If it looks like a duck and it acts like a duck and it quacks like a duck, bro, it's a duck. What do you want me to do? I mean,
yeah, right.
It may not make your side look good, but that's just the way it is. It's the truth.
Hey, Prime. But the topic I was gonna do a pre-record video tonight, and I just couldn't do it. I was gonna hit record. I had everything set up, and I was like, I can't do it. I got a live stream because I'm just having so much fun. I know today was a good. I need your help because I can't stop laughing. I can't stop thinking about my journey here on YouTube and how people are, how my friends, other YouTubers are. Me and Zod, we love Gina Carano. We love The Mandalorian. We think she should speak her mind on Twitter. But
sure.
My boy Ryan Kinnell, he's been hitting hard. He's doing the Jeremy hitting hard with the Gina Carano videos, making fun of Twitter people, which, I mean, that is low-hanging fruit. He's doing the Jeremy from years ago. But they're flipping out today again, just because he's probably planning another video. Here's the recent.
He's planning another video.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So to give you a preview of Ryan Kinnell's next video, I'm bringing up the Twitter, and this is hilarious. I think she is a Trump supporter. And this is what he goes to. Lucasfilm must be a great work environment when you have co-workers taking shots like this. This is the fragility I'm talking about for people that are against SJWs. I'm sure George is proud of what's happened to his company and brand. All this guy from Lucasfilm said, he's a writer from Lucasfilm, is she's mad he's wearing a mask. That is hilarious. I love Gina Carano, but that's funny because of the current climate. If you're for masks or against masks, that's funny because Mando's wearing a mask, and for better or for worse, Gina's been hiding or hanging out her bias in politics.
Do you realize, Max?
Yeah.
How topical and how perfect The Mandalorian is in this day and age, in this climate. All the stuff that was talked about in the show about the importance of the mask. The mask. Do you realize how brilliant that is? And I'm sure that's not what Disney planned or envisioned, but my God, does it make sense?
Yes, right. It doesn't. And then look at the comments. This is all the typical YouTubers. Oh, nice of him to reveal his misogynistic, toxic masculinity. She's doing exact. I know this girl, this Twitter user. I don't know if that's her actual picture or not. She is all over Fandom Menace like posts on Twitter, and I'm not condemning her. I'm just laughing at her. Toxic masculinity with his targeted harassment of a female. That's targeted harassment. He's making a joke. I think Gina can take the joke. Oh my God, these white knights for political views. People
simping for politics. I don't know, man. I can't do it.
I would simp for Gina Carano. She's amazing. I love her. I love all of Gina Carano. I'm not to go on a tangent, but yes,
let's be honest. She's a great actress. She really is. She owns every role she gets. And honestly,
I think
seeing her in Mandalorian, I mean, to me was just awesome because we needed a strong female character like that didn't take any crap, and at the same time was going to give us a level of badassery that we hadn't seen in a while in Star Wars that actually made sense. So I was very, very happy with her character.
Let's look at how fragile snowflakes here in the Menace are responding. It's all the typical. So people tell me, and then the chat, I see him everywhere. I am following him, I think. Yeah. So business as usual. Then I bought one. Now they're talking about his books just because they don't like his comment. You're doing the exact same thing. That's why I said I need your help. I do not understand how these people do not know how to look in a mirror. They're so offensive or defensive about this stuff, and then they can't even look at themselves. Good tactic. I like to mute SJWs. What happened to Lucasfilm? It goes on and on and on. People are freaking sheep.
It's an endless thread. I mean, and that's what I mean. Do people not have anything? I'm almost to the point, Max, where I feel like social media has literally destroyed human society. It really has.
Yes, it has.
Because when people go on social media, it's like they don't have any conscience of what they say, how stupid they sound.
Even if you're for or against Trump, would he be there if he wasn't on social media on Twitter? I don't know if he would have been elected if it was.
If you were to,
I'm not against him. I'm just saying.
But if you were to take Twitter away, love him or hate him, if you were to take Twitter away, that's his main policy tool. If he doesn't have Twitter, what is he? If he doesn't have Twitter, what does he use to communicate with the American people?
Right.
That's just a fact. That's not a criticism of him, but it's just the truth that he uses Twitter.
I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Biden can win unless he really starts using Twitter more. Honestly, I'm serious.
Media is the way
I'm serious. Go. We all say this is a funny topic now. We all say that Twitter is cancerous and stuff. Do you think the next president? This is across the board. Do you think the next president could win the election if they don't use Twitter? I don't know. I'm on that could be a margin. It could be close. The margin could be people are addicted to this shit. And I've long said Sky not the end of the world. Twitter is. That's what I've said. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I feel like, Sky, I kind of agree with you there. I feel like Twitter has kind of replaced Skynet as the downfall for humanity.
It could start a war.
It could literally start a war with the way that it brings out the negative side of so many people. It basically enhances the negativity, and people, for some reason, when they get on Twitter and they're behind their keyboard, they feel emboldened and they want to just. And I don't know what it is, because that half the things that you see people say on Twitter, they would never say to anybody's face in person, face to face. You would never have that. So the disrespect on a human level is, quadruple what it would be under any other circumstance. What's up, Prime? I see you there in the chat. So good to see you, man.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, that's.
Oh, what do you mean? Ryan was to talk about Gina. He's talking about he was talking right. I know that, Milan. He's talking about the Lucasfilm writer saying this is the disgrace. How she would take pot shots. So, don't. He said when you have coworkers taking shots like this. He said she's mad. He's wearing a mask. That's funny. That's funny based on we can't even make jokes. All these anti-SJWs, they always say you can't take a joke or anything. Oh my God, that was a joke. It was a joke because listen, I'm not getting into the politics of wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Based on what's happening out there, that is funny. Because
there actually is a certain level of hilarity to the way this is. I feel like, Max, if we weren't living in this fractured climate right now, it would be the best comedy ever. Because you can't write this stuff. History is not going to look back on this time period as a good one.
It's stretch. Like the 80s was like weird pants and weird hair. This time period is going to be the Twitter, the age of social media, and how idiotic people lose their minds, riots, and all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying riots. That was, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm saying everything is caused by Twitter right now. Social media. Yes. That might be a topic.
Social media. Well, but this is where we'll be. We'll be in a situation, Max, where in that future, when we're all dead and gone, hundreds of years from now, they'll look back on this time and they'll be like, social media, what was wrong with these people? I mean, it'll just be like this whole period of history will be remembered, will be looked upon as almost like a dark ages.
Yes,
type
it will.
Of scenario.
I believe that. Mladen's getting a little TMI here. I don't know what you're into, Mladen, but I'm not disagreeing with you either. I think anyone here would say yes, please. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
I know kind of where he's going with that. There've been videos like that, so I can see what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, we all say that now, but the reality is, she would say if you asked her to, she would, and then you wouldn't. I don't know.
You might regret it a little bit later, but.
If anyone had to do it, though, that's who I would pick to kick my ass. Yes, if I could pick who kicked my ass, that's who I'd. And yes, she could. She absolutely could.
And the thing is, we don't want any music playing if it happens, because nobody wants to get their ass kicked to a soundtrack. Let's just put it that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm being real. I'm not against Biden. Listen, you know how unpolitical I am on this channel. I think I'm one of the very few that's actually not political.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. You and I both. I'm not political at all.
But I'm saying right now, I think he has a disadvantage. I don't follow him, or I don't follow Trump or Biden, so I don't know if he's very active on Twitter. But I don't hear anything about it. That's why I assume. But I think he's an older guy, and if he doesn't get with the times, that could be, especially with the younger voters. Younger voters love this shit. They love, I think that's
because they got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all those apps on their phone, and they're glued to them.
And this isn't if you're for or against the bomb or liked what he did, but he was one of the pioneers with really using social media to get elected too.
Oh yeah. So that is very true.
Yeah, so I think it's one of the biggest factors.
Right, and when you look at what you're saying right now, you are speaking 100% factual information, and that's what I think is devoid from a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now. It's not about facts; it's about one-upping the other guy all the time. It's not about whether it's true or not. We'll make it sound as dirty and as evil and as bad as we can make it possibly sound, as long as it makes these guys over here look bad. That's all it's about.
Jack, my binge buddy, he doesn't like to get into politics too much either, but he can confirm it's important. As a former teen, this is how you reach the young voter. I don't care either way. I honestly don't care. I'm just saying that's something. The two stumbling blocks I see. And it's not because everyone's super happy with the way things have gone. I think that is kind of, I think that's coming from some of my friends that are super biased and they're very big Trump supporters. I don't think people are extremely happy the way it is right now. But I think
that's one thing. That's one thing we could say. The two big
glaring holes that I see in Biden is no one really wants to say publicly, I'm for Biden. They love to say I'm against Trump. And then the other thing is his lack of social media presence. And he does like to wear the mask for the ads and stuff, and I respect that, because I respect anyone that puts themselves out there because it's such a hot button topic of actually wearing it or not. But that also puts him at a disadvantage with the ads because his face is covered.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting you know, and I don't care. I really don't care who wins or loses. I don't care. I don't see much difference. If I saw much difference, I still probably wouldn't get
involved. But one thing I want to touch on that you said that I think is 100% right. I don't think anybody is happy on either side, and that's not good. You're not happy if you're a Trump supporter. You're not happy if you're a Biden supporter. You're not happy at all because, number one, you've always got to defend your position if you believe one way or the other. The only people that are okay either way are people like you and I, because we're not political. We don't buy into any of the shit.
Well, I'll tell you,
we don't want to be deal with it at all. So it's like, oh, whatever.
I'll tell you what. I actually, I'm just for the comedic value, I wanted Trump and Bernie to debate each other a lot. I think Bernie would have done better in the debate than Biden.
That would have been pretty entertaining.
I mean, just for the entertainment value.
The entertainment value alone, I think would have been.
This is like
tops.
This is like reality TV now and social media. That's
But that's the problem, Max. The problem is it's like we're living a reality TV show right now. And that's not a good thing. You don't want to live a reality TV show. It's like when we're living in a world that is essentially one big reality TV show, we got big problems.
Mm-hmm. Well, Prime, thanks for sharing. I really don't care. I like you. I like your personality. I really don't. I mean, but thanks for sharing, I guess. I mean, that's great that you're willing to speak.
You gotta love Prime. You gotta love Prime, because Prime will speak up and he will say what the deal is, and that's what I love about Prime. Prime is awesome because you always get no nonsense from him. I love watching his videos because he'll get on there and he'll tell it to you like it is, whether he agrees or doesn't agree with you. He's like straight up, how it is, and that's what I love. It's like he, you're gonna get the straight dope from Prime. So I've always respected that about him. He's awesome. Yeah.
And now we're gonna go to the comment section just for some hilarity. I mean, from my friends too. Listen. The ratio is whether you prove your point or not. I put myself out there on the video, and if people didn't agree, it could have damaged me worse.
Oh, yeah.
But the ratio says if you proved your point or not. Most agreed. So, but then I've seen people that I haven't talked to for a long time jump in the comment section, and they're the ones that disagreed. Guess what? You were watching my channel for the longest. Okay, so let me bring up this. I might do this again because this is funny. And I honestly, I've been getting away from the hot topics, just doing movie talk, but this is fun for me.
I loved your Doomcock videos. I was like, this is so entertaining to me because this actually makes sense. This is so like cool, like the way that you were doing it, and you did it in such a way where it was like, hey, look, however you believe.
Oh no,
I think it's him, but hey.
All right, let's get to the comments here. I'll share them with you because we'll have some fun. And this is just his interest in this stuff. Yes, I heard that, and I put my I'm biased. I believe it. He'd like to see more of that. He's intrigued by the videos. Maybe that's a bad thing. Relapse, who's in the comment section now. My personal opinion is that I'm 95%. Here's Red Gaze. I haven't talked to him. This is why I think this is funny. I haven't talked to him in forever. And he comes in here.
Oh, wow. And he looks like he had a lot to say, huh?
Right. I haven't talked to him forever. And I said, he says, I made my channel 6 months before I made a video. Yeah, that's possible. But to have him do 3 months apart and have created before that actual first video is released is like, it's too out there. There's like too impossible. It's too impossible that you would think a copycat would create it. Maybe a copycat would create a channel after, and maybe a copycat would have a channel before Doomcock releases video. But
that's
that close together.
That's no copycat.
But 3 months apart.
No, that's no copycat. You know what I think it is? I think he did them both, and the Doomcock persona took off.
Yeah.
A lot better than the other one, and also he can use Doomcock for mainstream appeal and can get people that otherwise wouldn't be interested in the radical elements of his other persona. So he's basically I think what ended up happening, and this is just my opinion, that Doomcock won out.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of figuring, okay, we're gonna just kind of let this other one go.
Here's what he says. Sorry, I don't bring this up to talk about. I don't want to really talk about the topic, but I'm responding to the comments. The only thing you busted was a nut. Thank you had. and then I gave my response.
You didn't watch close enough. You actually, Max, when I watched you, I was inspired. I mean, I actually went in and literally watched as many of those radical videos as I could stomach, and then went back and watched some of the Doomcock stuff that I had missed, and that's how I was able to come to the determination 100% that I believe he's the same person, because I'd heard enough between both of them, the voices, to know that that's the same person.
Here's Black Angus, who is not afraid to tell me I'm full of shit. And he says it's high plausibility with this. Good job. So he thinks I did. And then he thinks I should invite him on. And I don't know if I want to do that.
Would he come on?
No, he wouldn't come on. I mean, I would.
You would almost have to. Wouldn't you have to go? You'd probably have to go on a round table with him and Gary in order to be able to
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk. At one point they may have, but not now. Here's my my side piece on the internet. Deanna, just kidding. Have you seen these comments that are popping up all over YouTube?
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Oh, you want to be my girlfriend? No. No. Here's sci-fi. Well, he gives this. I like that he does this long thing. He says a neutral YouTuber, which I checked out. The neutral YouTuber, it's one person that doesn't think it's him. Okay, well, I can't get through all this sci-fi, but then he gets to the point. This is where it's funny. Okay, so this is where my pal Sci-Fi Dragon does a little what do they call it?
There's something that people are
straw
missing.
man. He does a straw man on me. He's like, okay, so so this is where you think this is where you have a good point and actually bring up good arguments and conversation on YouTube. When you get a response is not attacking your argument, it's like, well, what do you want to happen? so this is what he says. I don't know. He's not convinced it's not. So he's like, I don't know why I'm so invested in this. Why are you so invested in this? If it is, then what do you want to happen to him? I never said anything about what I want to happen to him.
There's a video.
This is the typical anti-SJW response. I'm sorry, Sci-Fi. When you bring stuff up, does bringing stuff up mean you want them canceled? I didn't say what to do with them. I didn't comment on that at all. Did I say anything about he should be removed from?
No,
YouTube
you just made the connection between the two characters. And
I want you to think for yourself and decide for yourself. You should have more info. More info is always better than less.
Exactly. I agree.
So this is the whole problem with the anti-cancel culture too. I'm not for cancel culture, but it's gotten to the point where you even say anything and criticize these freaking snowflakes, and they're like, "You want me to be on the street homeless? Do you want me to go to jail?" I'm like, "No, I didn't say any of that." That's exactly where this leads me to. My pal Sci-Fi is getting more back into the political videos again. I could tell because the talking points are very similar. What do you want to happen to him? Do you want people to disown him, denounce him, and for him to have a mass subscriber exit? This is why
I'm going to tell you what I would like to happen. You know what? I'm going to answer Sci-Fi's question. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'd like to happen. I'd like for him to come out and say, that this was just a role that he played.
That'll never happen.
That it was something that he did, that it was something he was doing, and it was a paid gig, and that he's no longer doing it. That's what I would like to see happen.
Okay, I'll answer it too then. You know what? Since you were so nice to answer this. This is honestly what I want to do. I want people, I was proven a point, and I want people to stop pretending like actual racism doesn't exist in fandoms, and where the clicks are coming from. I'm not saying the creators are necessarily doing that, but I am attacking what they're about. They are more about getting the click and the money and don't care what it causes.
I'll tell you what.
No consequences for their actions, and it's riling people up. And yes, there is a large base that just eats this hate prawn. I call it prawn because he used the other word.
There's a video. There's a video that the Commandant did, since people don't want to are not convinced that that's Doomcock. There's a video that he did that where he actually talks about what happened with Harvey Weinstein. He actually talks about that situation and talks about Hollywood. And if you listen to that video, you will be 120% convinced that they're the same character, because at some point he says almost the exact same thing that Doomcock said about the same damn topic. Okay. So if people really need proof and they really are not convinced, they need to really go in and actually watch a couple of videos. I think the video is actually called Harvey Weinstein. So if you go in there and you look and you find that Harvey Weinstein video, you listen to what he said there and all the stuff he says about Hollywood and stuff, and then find a Doomcock video that was released around the same time where Doomcock talks about similar topics, and you'll know.
This is why I'm so frustrated, though. Here's more in Sci-Fi's comment, and it's like I'm comparing it to like the Ray Fisher situation. No one's afraid to attack Ray Fisher on the internet, but you talk, and let alone this is a gigantic, possibly D-head on the internet. He's a phallic symbol. I can't attack. I don't consider him. It's fake. It's fake. It does the character itself does have political views. But I can't attack a peen head. But I can't. But people are go after Ray Fisher. He's a liar. He's a liar. Where's your evidence? There's no evidence to suggest he's a liar. And my pal Sci-Fi doesn't like all the defenses that I go to Ray Fisher. He doesn't like it. I mean, that's his opinion, and I value his opinion. But this is the exact opposite. Now it's like, well, what do you want to happen? No one could say that it's definitely not. No one could say it's definitely not him. Have you seen any videos saying, "Listen, here's the ultimate proof," and this is gonna blow your minds. Drop the mic. If it really wasn't him, you would see not a mass exodus of subscribers leaving. You'd see a mass of videos defending him. How many videos have you seen defending him, saying it's not him?
Why hasn't he come out? Why hasn't he come out?
So
why hasn't he come out himself and made one video addressing it, saying,
"Drop the mic"? That's how you know people are full of shit. They don't want to address it. They're not sure, but they definitely know that it's not him. They definitely know that, and they're not going to put they're not going to risk their stuff putting the video defending it. Oh, that's definitely not him. That's how you know, because if with this big group of people, big group of fandom, if it definitely wasn't him, they would all be talking about it. But because they think it's a strong possibility, the rage quitting on my comment section, like, you have to be sure if you call someone an ist. No, I mean, I didn't say. Listen, the character is. I'm not. And then you decide what you think of a respect of someone's morals that would do a show like that for money or clout.
I'm so
or whatever.
sick and tired of people not being able to say what they really think and believe. Because
well, Zod, you had a theory before we started that, and there's very possible your theory about that it could be a for hire situation to create that for actual fans.
Right. That's because if you watch those videos are definitely singling out a specific group of people, a specific group of people that believe a certain way, and that's what it is. It's singling out a certain group. So it's meant to be.
I love sci-fi though, but I gotta call out the hypocrisy in his comment. Like he's like, stop talking about Ray. Why do you trust Ray Fisher? He hasn't given me any reason to think he's a liar yet. I mean, I have questions.
But what have those other people done to show you that
this guy, his whole channel's a lie.
Right.
You think he has these? So I mean, besides that other chaos, that video that came out, and I'm not talking about the other character. That whole video proves that his only source is 4chan. Its sources on 4chan.
Can I tell you something else? Can I tell you something else? That secret character also mentioned in the same video, the same Harvey Weinstein video. You know what he mentioned? You know who he mentioned? 4chan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so this is where all this shit comes from.
That's all I'm saying. I'm like you. And so if people want to turn off their brains because they're afraid of what's gonna happen when it's revealed.
I'm not hostile. I don't have the hostility. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's hypocrisy. With,
it's funny.
Like my pal Sci-Fi. Like you guys want to attack Ray Fisher. You too, phobic. You're like, oh, he's a liar. He's a liar. But then there's actual evidence that suggests this, and I say you decide
about Doomcock, but
Sci-Fi's in there saying, what do you want to happen to him? He's straw manning me in the comments. I never said I want him kicked off. I never said I want him removed. I don't know what to do.
I would just like for him to come out and say that it was just a character that he played.
Well, here's Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi phobic. I will show you the comment. I'm just replying to comments. He's straw manning me. He's like, okay, this is where you've proven a point. When people don't attack your argument, they start getting to the end game. Well, what do you want to happen? This is how you've done your job. I mean, lots of people in here, like even Stephen Walton, who said, and I didn't even get to the Stephen Walton comment. He says, "I'm leaving. You're not fun anymore." He couldn't attack my argument. That's how you've won the argument. You couldn't attack the actual words or the evidence in the argument.
Right, to say you're no fun anymore. Well,
you're saying you're just trying to bring people down. Oh my freaking God. Are you serious? That's what your whole movement's about, is attacking people in the entertainment industry.
I don't understand. Like if I had the video, honestly, dude, if I had the video editing skills, I would make a video that would be a smoking gun, bar none. None of these people that are defending Doomcock would be able to defend him after I got done. If I could make the video, I have a lot of people I want to make.
I have a lot of people just saying, "So what?" I'm like, that's kind of effed up. That people just like, oh well, what if it is? Who cares?
Okay, well, fine. If that's what you believe, though. But if that's what you believe, that's fine. But why are you defending it then? Well, why not just come right out and say, well, he is.
Okay, I'll get to your comment, phobic. But he just says, what do you want to happen? People disown him, denounce him, and him to have a mass subscriber exodus? No. Oh God, I should use the Ray Fisher accountability over entertainment. I want people to be accountable and call out shit on both sides. That's what I would like.
That's right. That's right.
What I would like. But
that's fair. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. And to be fair, if you're saying that him doing that, if that's the case, and it is, then so what? That is messed up.
So then it says, so what if it is? Sure. He's very effed up, radical beliefs, but he hasn't actually broken any laws. So people want that shit.
Wait. On those videos, he admits to killing people. He says
I
that
didn't
he's
know
killed
that.
people. He says he encourages people to kill people. These people that are saying this, I'm sorry, Sci-Fi Dragon, but you need to go in and you need to watch those videos. You actually need to sit down and actually watch those videos before you say that, because he actually says in the video that he's killed people before.
Well, I'm saying I haven't come. That's a whole nother topic. If you want me to, people want me to stop covering this. But if you want me to, if you want, listen, I'll let the chat decide. If you want me to do a separate video this week, what do I want to happen if it is him? I will respond. But basically, it's going to be boring because it's only going to be like I want people to be accountable on every side. Being reasonable, thinking things through is how people actually get better, and not team sports and ride or die for a team. That's what I would love. That's how the world actually gets better. And progress is not a dirty word. Like, people need to progress and stop being cavemen for their team, no matter what. Oh, my team. People do shitty stuff on both sides. That's what I would like.
Who said that? Who said they killed people? Commandant says in the video that he's killed people.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and we know he's just a character. We know he's just saying this. It's all just an act. We know that, but it's messed up.
Well, and I also want consistency. Like, your call out SJWs, identity politics, like, all the time on the internet, but you don't actually, like, you say they have some problems, but you never call out extremists on the right. And I don't like Antifa or anything else, but there's no consistency. Oh my God, Antifa. Oh, they're horrible. Do you hear that same ferociousness and intensity talking about extreme Aussies? No, you do not hear that. That's what I want, consistency.
Well, the commandant is about extreme fascism, and he specifically says that in the videos over and over and over again. He is a fascist, 100%. So what's better? I don't know. Like, when I look at the political spectrum, it's like, are you telling me that the commandant character is meant to be a joke? It's meant to poke fun at the extreme side of the right? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because it's so over the top and it's so downright disgusting and completely off the rails that maybe it's meant to be a parody of that side. I don't know, but at the same time, when you look at it like that, Max, that's the only way I could see people defending it and saying, oh, well, so what if he is? He's just playing another character. Well,
that's the problem with the internet.
If you subscribe to that viewpoint, then you have to make room for the fact that maybe he is just making a parody of that side of the spectrum. I mean, it could be. I don't know. But when you watch those videos, it gets pretty wild. That's all I'm saying.
I want consistency, and I actually want things to be better, and not just to take things on one side and play team sports. But that's expecting too much, I think. That's why I said I need your help. I can't, that's why I made the thumbnail like this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I'm like, is with that also with that attacking or going after that Star Wars writer. I mean, that was a funny comment based on the world events. You can't even make a funny comment anymore. And that's not just leftists that can't take a joke. People on the right side of politics, well, I shouldn't say it like that, but are right leaning, because I'm not on either side, are right leaning. They can't take a joke either. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I think, does that mean that I can't take the secret character as a joke and that's on me? No, I don't think that. I think there's some things that cross the line, and I think this is it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that character definitely crosses the line, whether it's a joke or not, because there have been people that have been canceled by this cancel culture for a lot less than the things that the commandant says. So if you're gonna cancel these people over here for this, You can't look at that video and say, "Oh, but that's okay," because Doomcock is just playing a character.
Here's the funny, and there, I honestly couldn't stop laughing at these comments. Author Stephen Walton, the author of the Fandom Menace volume, Never Gonna Happen, #5. He hasn't talked to me in months and months. I agreed to do a collab with him. I said, let's talk these issues out like men. He won't do it. He will not talk to me like a man. Yes, I'm calling you out, blockhead. You won't talk to me like a man on a stream. You come into my comment section like a freaking snowflake and tuck and roll, like my man Snowdub says. You tucked and rolled. You still haven't agreed to a conversation with me on a stream. And he made a parody video of me, Zod, and I went on his friend's channel and laughed at myself, and he still won't come on my channel to talk.
I think it's funny how certain people are rushing to the defense of Doomcock in this situation, and most likely haven't done any research and watched the videos. I watched more than half of those videos before I went and came to the conclusion. I gave him the benefit of the doubt up to a point, and when after I heard enough and was literally able to compare it and compare the laugh with some of the wording and some of the things that are used, it's the same guy.
Well, okay. Well, let's get to Steve Walton's comment. That's too much of a chicken shit to actually talk to me on a stream. You haven't talked to me, and then I'm supposed to. This is why I laughed. I'm like, really, bro? You're gonna say you're leaving after we haven't talked to? We haven't talked in months. You won't come on a stream with me, and then you're saying I'm gone. Come say it to come say it on a stream. I'm leaving a comment and a dislike for the algorithm. I watched the video, so it's only fair. Hail is and has been used for several decades as a greeting used in geek culture.
So now he's defending the word hail?
Well, because I said that's all they do constantly, and that's the reason you guys do it. That's the reason you guys do it, not because it alludes to actual.
At the end of the video,
because you want to trigger people. At
the end of every video, he goes, "Hail victory!" He does it at the end of every video on that BitChute website. Yeah. So that's why everyone's saying hail on these YouTube videos, is because of fantasy and all this other stuff in the history of it, not because the go-to thing is to think of Aussies and how it triggers SJWs. That's the reason you're doing it. You're full of shit. You're disingenuous yourself, because he's saying it's disingenuous. He's you know what it is. I've come to realize that it's the people that are defending him like this probably share some of those beliefs, and that's the reason why they're so quick to defend him, and they don't want you to make a big deal out of it.
Well, he's saying he's writing a novel about why he should use hail. The disingenuous proposal that any uses breeding, which is also a legitimate one, hysteric. I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying the reason you're using it is because that is the stereotype associated with it. Stereotypes exist. People think of a thing, and that's why you're using it. You're not using it to legitimize it. You're doing it as a joke, and it's obnoxious. It's ridiculous. It's all over the time. Yes, phobic. Yeah, but why are people doing it? Answer that question. Yes, I know what the argument is phobic, but why do people consistently do it? To fight the SJW swarm and to make them uncomfortable. That's why, not because of all this novel about why it should be okay. You do it because there's a stereotype associated with the word since what you remember what happened, and that's why. Am I wrong there? Do you think that's what's your opinion, Saad? Why do they constantly do it on the internet? What do you think? What's your opinion?
I think it's a combination of different things.
Okay.
Some people do it because of the fandom and the culture and that kind of thing, and other people do it for the exact same reasons that you've stated above, and for the exact same reason that the Commandant does it at the end of every single video that he does.
It's so important. It's so important to say that. Yes.
He says it at the end of every single one of them, man. It's unbelievable.
All right, so here's where he does comment on it a little bit. Your theory about him is unconvincing. I came to this conclusion after listening to your entire argument. The burden of proof is upon the accuser, not the accused. Okay, then the Fandom Menace should take down every video.
So you want
the Fandom Menace should take down every video. Then Doomcock's channel should be deleted if the burden of proof is on the accuser, because he accuses all kinds of crazy shit. He actually has no proof whatsoever. Then if you really believe that, he should delete all. No, there's enough there to comment on it. That's all.
Honestly, there is.
You could disagree with me, but
you could actually, Max, again, if you had to have the editing skills, you could actually put together quite the documentary that would actually silence these defenders. Honest to God,
Troy, I know people keep asking about if I saw the Dune trailer. I did not. I was thinking about doing a reaction. I'm not sure.
It was cool. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I really liked the Blade Runner, the last Blade Runner movie that this guy directed. So I'm looking forward to Dune.
Okay, but Phobic, why do you think they're doing it though? Why? You still haven't answered that question. It's to trigger people. It's to go with the stereotypes. It's you can't tell me what I can do. I'm going to do this because it bucks the stereotype. And then there are some actually in the fandom that use it because they're about that shit. And that in playing softball for actual is in the fandom. Yes, because they're actual people that click on the videos. And that's how you get, if you follow the typical talking points and you do these and you do the barking, the political barking, it's going to get your channel instant engagement because you know what? I'm not saying the creators are this. This is where other people have faltered when they criticize these creators. Okay. They say they're actual is. And I don't believe that in all cases. I just know, I think they have a low moral compass that they don't care about the impact of what their stuff does. And they're actually taking advantage of the situation for actualists that love this content. And it's so prevalent on YouTube when you go with these talking points, you bark or you dog whistle and you constantly attack. It's the same video. I mean, I checked out. I can't even do a Geeks and Gamers reaction anymore because I checked out it's the same video that's been for 3 years. It's the same video, and now Kinnelman is doing the same one too. I watched one of his videos. I didn't thumbs it up or I didn't thumbs it down, but I was like, oh my god, this is the same exact content. Gets you money. All right, so here's the replies. Trav, I have no plans on returning. Today just gets better and better. And then the blockhead doesn't get it that Trav is talking about him. Agreed, less trolls to deal with. Your whole book is a troll. Listen, he has Mecha Random on the cover. That's all you need to say. It's Mecha Random on the cover.
Well, what do you know? I just found an article on a site that was put out. Let's see.
I'll get back to his comments.
It says Doomcock is probably a Nazi. Probably. Here, I'm going to share this with you.
Oh, I checked that out today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to beat this down too much because I mean, people do want me to stop talking about it, but I thought I couldn't resist replying to comments on the video. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Listen. I would rather talk to you people in the comment section, on a stream instead of reacting to comments. But the reality is, I don't know if I'll get Red Gaze on. I know I could get Angus on, and Stephen Walton hasn't agreed to talk to me. So he's a big man in the comment section, but he's no man when it comes to talking it out.
He doesn't want to talk to you because nobody wants that kind of exposure. Nobody does, and that's what I think it is. I think to them the bigger issue is if there's enough proof there's enough noise about Doomcock being this guy, whether he is or he isn't, it reflects negatively on them, so they don't even want to address it. That's what it is. It's not, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. Phobic. I told you I have friends that do it. I'm not, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's to stick it to the, yeah. That's all. It gets obnoxious. It's not funny to me. You know how Snow Dub criticizes my humor, which is fine. I encourage him to, because I think he's an expert on it. But that part, I just like, it's obnoxious. It's annoying, and it's been like 3 years of this shit, and I'm like sick of it. And you know why the trending reason to do it. You know why. And you know what? If you want to say it's the rights to be assholes. That's all it is. Like, it's not like it's to give shits and giggles to your echo chamber in your bubble. But people outside the bubble aren't going to look good on that, and that's part of the reason you do it. That's why these channels aren't growing. I mean, the big ones do, but that's why some of the lower channels are stuck in a rut, is because you do that kind of shit and people don't like it. And I'm not. And I'll tell you, I'll give you some behind the scenes. Lots of people, and I don't care, but people that I've collabed with, they don't like that stuff, and that's why they don't want to collab with me anymore too. Along with my own going after other creators. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I don't have a part of that, but some people, they come around, they see this stupid shit, and they're like, I'm out. That's not me. But I'm just saying it's stupid. I'm just getting to his comment. So I'll bring back up his comment. Author, nope, I will definitely not miss the trolls. You are one blockhead. Your whole volume is a troll, and you still won't come to talk to me. Keep on simping for the Phantom Menace, Bowstone, and Mecha Trollface. Great career decision. Facepalm. I wish you the best with your life. Trav is awesome. And then I comment, and I'm not like, I'm entitled to my opinion. You may disagree with me. The reason you say it is because you're friendly. That's the reason, not because it triggers SJWs. And the Phantom Menace is all about building people up. Because the reason I say that is, he's saying your stick is consistently based on tearing others down for no geed reason. He doesn't put good geed reason. I don't know what the hell that is. But that's okay. That's what I'm about. And not the Phantom Menace. I highlight other people's words and I use it against them. I'm not tearing. You're tearing yourself down, asshole. I'm sorry. You guys tear yourselves down. What do I ever say about you that's more damaging than your own words? It's their own words.
That's a good point.
That's your own words.
That's an excellent point. I mean, it's so incredible. It's like you're not pulling these connections that you're making out of thin air.
I'm not making it up like
evidence to
I'm not making it up like Star Wars and Star Trek rumor videos. I'm actually using your own words against you, and you don't like it.
Exactly.
I mean, okay, so here's Relapse. It's always funny when the Phantom Menace try and paint a narrative that they're all about diverse opinions, yet anyone who doesn't buy into their narrative is labeled a troll, SJW, etc. Yes, that's exactly what I am. I thought the Phantom Menace was completely against the labeling of those who didn't agree or buy into a narrative, or does not that standard only apply when it suits you? Only when it suits them.
So he's making this argument.
Well, this is Relapse is a good guy. Yes,
he's making this argument. Okay. I was gonna say, you're making it. The other guy was making an argument in defense of Doomcock. I wonder if he's watched any of the videos.
You all claim to be against politics and entertainment, yet there's always right-wing political undertones through many. Yeah, all the trending, the Phantom Menace videos. Even one of your videos, Stephen, which you rather deleted, was about how the Democrats had a history of ism. For a group that claims to be about wanting politics expunged from entertainment, many of you seem to be obsessed with politics and seem to intent on trying to inject it constantly into the Phantom. And you want the proof, the real Jeremy Griggs stand up, and good for him. He's actually doing what he really loves, politics, on his D-Day Cobra channel, and that's all what it's about. And you see the real Jeremy. I think his channel is going to get bigger than Geeks and Gamers, because that's, stop trying to and do the geek part and just do politics, honestly. He's a geek for politics, maybe. That's but that's the real him. That's the real him. And it's always what it's been. It's geeks plus politics, not gamers. So at the end of the day, you can refer to us as trolls or whatever you like, but the reality is that many of us are just open-minded people who ultimately saw through the BS and blatant hypocrisy and freely walked away from the fandom menace. Yes. So by all means, please continue to dismiss us or label us as trolls for not buying into your narrative, because it only confirms that you've turned into the very thing you're fighting against. Exactly. And then the prequel's GOAT. Your fandom menace show. I saw your article defending. Oh, really? Does he have an article? Okay. I don't know about that. Inverse. Okay. I'll have to check that out. That's all I had for this one. This was all over the place. We'll get to the comment section now to see. Hell, end of the story because you said so. Producer phobic. I love you, man, but it's obnoxious, and I have my opinion as to why they're doing it. You have a different opinion. Oh, it's because you're all friendly. Okay, that's why. It's because everyone's super friendly. All right. Used to watch. Yes, worse. Okay. Oh, thanks, Gitter. Thank you. It doesn't mean they're not either.
It's more than just similarities. I'm telling you.
Listen, why are you on the defense for him, a walking dickhead, and you're on the offense against Ray Fisher?
That's a good question.
That's your bias is hanging out. You phobic. You said my bias on the other video. Your bias is hanging out. You're in the defense of a possible because he's on the right side. I don't know, but leftist lunatics. He's a right lunatic, right wing lunatic, right extremist. But because
watch the videos, and then
this is ridiculous. Comment. This is ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? I'm saying why. Listen, I'm not condemning you, man. I'm saying I honestly want to know, why do you go to you're getting annoyed in the comment section when it's on the defense of Ray Fisher. He's a left lunatic. He's a possible Smollett. But there's actual visual evidence, video proof, and all kinds of other things that raise a lot of questions. And it's I don't like this. I don't like this. Why? There's a lot of. I'm convinced. Lots of people are convinced. You go outside this bubble. Everyone thinks it is. It's not just me. I didn't make the accusation to begin with. I just did research. Someone else made the video, and I was shocked. I was like, "Oh wow," I said, "Oh wow." I mean, I didn't make the other channel did. And he only made it because of sources. Sources said this. Sources, not even an opponent to Doomcock. People in the fandom that like him think it's him, and they're okay with it on 4chan. They're like, "Yeah, did you see this? It's really rad." I mean, that's who thought it was. Actual supporters, right? Am I wrong, Zod?
I mean, to say, it's like there's a difference between circumstantial evidence and actual legitimate proof that you have in front of yourself. If you know Doomcock and you've watched enough of his videos, you've heard his voice, you hear the way he speaks, you know what he says. How do you not make that connection? How do you not see that? I
don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm just laughing because I think it's ridiculous that it's so. You go
it's
against,
so offensive to people.
You go against the loony left team. You think there's loony left, right? You think everyone's crazy there,
right? And
then you don't look in the mirror and see the lunacy on the right,
right? That's the absurdity of politics, though. That's the absurdity of this whole thing. All the guys on the left are bad. All the guys on the right are bad, and ask a guy on either side, and they'll point the finger and make everything wrong about the other side and everything right about their side. So there's no logic to it. There's no realistic element being pointed out at all. It's all just a bunch of baloney on both sides. So to me, you just got to look at it objectively and say, think of it this way, Phobic. Think of it this way. If think of, just for example, just say that, just take Doomcock subscribing to your political views out of it completely, and just look at it objectively from
like
something
he's on the left.
that just, if you're on the left or if you're on the left or you're on the right, just take your political views out of it completely and just look at it objectively from the perspective of someone who just happens to follow Doomcock. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the way to make it easiest for you. Okay, say you have Ray Fisher, he made a video, okay? He's talking about accountability and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Say someone's dressed in a LARP and he puts a helmet on and he's on BitChute and he's talking about accountability and entertainment. It's the same thing. And he's doing the gestures, the hand gestures. He sounds the same. Then you would say, that's Ray Fisher.
Right.
When people say that, oh, he's talking about accountability. He's doing the same talking points. The only thing he's doing is he's going over the edge talking about the Aryan stuff and all that other shit. So, I mean, there's not actually, if you actually look at the content, there's not much difference. Like the words. He says I'm acting like a douchebag because someone doesn't agree with me. I'm not acting like a douchebag. I think this is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, no,
I have no stake in it one way or the other.
Right.
Look,
he doesn't
man,
care.
I subscribe to Doomcock's videos, so I have no stake in it one way or the other. I'm just saying that I've watched enough of his videos and I watched enough of those videos to know that they're the same person. Now, if for some reason you want to continue to deny that that's the same person, that's just you not looking closely enough. And so if you want to call me a douchebag because of that, that's perfectly fine. But like I said, I think this is funny. I think it's absolutely
Richard
hilarious.
Ode in the second. Hard to see the looniness on the right if you're on the right. Yeah. Look, I laugh at everyone. That's what my whole channel's been about. You think the moment?
Yeah, I know. For somebody who doesn't care about Doomcock, you're taking it awfully personal what we're saying about this, and it's just funny because all we're doing is talking about it.
Did I say send him to jail, remove him from YouTube? I didn't say any of that.
No,
I didn't say any of that. You make up your own decision. I don't care. Look, I don't want him removed from that'll hurt my content because he's an idiot, and I react to his videos. I mean,
yeah,
but don't play softball like, oh, there's none of these problems exist. These videos, this content, what trends on what trends on the internet is all anti-SJW stuff, and there's a new mark. Well, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong on one point. I predicted a year ago that this was going to get away from the anti-SJWs because people are going to realize that they're as bad, but it hasn't happened. And that, that's where my regret is that, no, I don't regret making my videos.
You don't take facts and evidence seriously, because if you did, you wouldn't be automatically taking the side of Warner Brothers over Ray Fisher, because Ray Fisher has given you more than Warner Brothers has. Warner Brothers hasn't even come out and given you an official statement. All of Warner Brothers stuff is a spokesman or a representative. You never get a name, but Ray Fisher has come out. He's given you names. He's given you instances. He's explained certain things. So what are you talking about that you take evidence seriously regardless of who it is?
You're saying what's the actual end goal? What's the actual end goal here is an investigation and see the question was all on the internet. Was it the most popular thing to talk about this week about YouTubers? Yes.
I didn't say Doomcock was bad. I'm not saying that you're. I'm asking you why you're defending Doomcock so vigorously and taking it personally when Max and I are just going off of the evidence that
Well,
we have.
I think his regular videos are toxic enough. The way he says they're attacking the terms he uses, they're attacking our way of life. They're attacking. It's just wanting social justice characters in a movie. Get the hell out of here. If sometimes it fails, that's about it.
Yeah,
They're attacking our way of life. That's cult like talk. Yes, people call us. Snyder called us the cult of the cock. I'm sorry. It's appealing to certain individuals.
I think what it is it's so funny because it just goes to show you that people my kangaroo court questions. Okay. Bobek, I just have to point this out because you're obviously taking this entirely too seriously. All I'm saying is that I think it's him. I'm not saying whether you
did you
believe
say
it's
it? Do you say you want anything to happen to him? You're like, I didn't even think about that.
I don't even care. I just think that I just believe that it's him. I've heard enough to know that it's him. Honestly, he's what's the problem? You can think what you want to think. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just saying how I feel about it. It's the same with the Ray Fisher thing. The Ray Fisher thing is about as vague as the Doomcock thing is, right? Okay, if you want to use those two as two sides of the same coin, okay. I feel like we have enough evidence to say that.
If you're going to call him a liar, where's your proof?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's your proof? I don't know. This is funny.
It is. He's getting so triggered by this, and to you and me, it's just hilarious. It's just funny. I don't care.
I mean, no, I don't think some of the content's funny, but I think the situation
is funny. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? It's not like if it is him, he's going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, that's me. That was me." Yeah, okay. He's not going to say that.
I said he's the same person. You decide. Yes, I said my personal opinion in my videos. I said my personal opinion is that the way he dog whistles with certain terms he is actually. Yes, I said that. But that wasn't part of the investigation. The part of the investigation was, is this actually him? That was the point of the video. The little side comments I made, yeah, that was my bias. I think he is. Yes.
Yeah, I think he is too. 100%. And this is for me, a guy that subscribes to Doomcock and watches his videos. I think it's him. Listen.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Make a video on that. Make a video saying that I am Commandant. Go right ahead.
There's not enough evidence. You know why there's not enough evidence to say that Max and the Commandant are the same person? Because Max sounds absolutely nothing like the Commandant, and the Commandant sounds almost exactly like Doomcock, right down to the same
and
sound
I don't have
decibels.
The same talking points.
I swear to God, I could if I keep saying this, if I knew how to edit video, I could make a video that would silence all of you. You guys would know 1,000% that was him if you could see the video that I would put together, because I could match up stuff that he said as Doomcock, the stuff that he said as this guy, and it's the exact same voice.
Yeah.
For real. It's the same guy.
Who is Zod? Zod Rider. He has a podcast. I think he has a YouTube channel, and he's one of the 4 nerds. That's who he is. And he's a great guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're a great guy too, Max. I love being on here with you. This is a hilarious show tonight.
No, I was just
I'm having a fun time. This is great.
Right. I honestly, this is what I was going to do a pre-record video on this. And I was like, you know what? I just want to go live and laugh at these comments. That's why I was like, I need your help. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing because I'm like, okay, all right.
He doesn't sound the same to you. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't sound the same to you. I don't know what to tell you, but to me, he sounds the same.
That's your opinion, though.
And there's certain things
that's your opinion that he doesn't.
But I'm not.
There's probably just as many or twice as many that think he sounds like it. So that's an opinion. I gave you some facts about when the channel was created and how. Listen, it's very.
The talking points too.
The date of the creation of the channels it's like impossible to think that a copycat created his channel the same, like 3 months apart of when he did his, and then the video his first video didn't come out till October. So you're going to say it's so much of a coincidence that they created a channel at the same time, a copycat, and it didn't. It would be after, or he just happened to create the copycat just happened to create a channel and do nothing.
There's in one video, he kind of lets his Doomcock voice come out by mistake. There's a part in the Harvey Weinstein video where, because there's minor tone inflection differences between Doomcock and the Commandant. But if you listen, there's a certain video where he lets that drop for a second and he accidentally uses his Doomcock voice in the Commandant video. And there's a point where he starts laughing and he laughs exactly like Doomcock. And I swear, if I could match it up, you would not be doubting it.
Well, this is what's so funny with you, cool guy. Why is it so important to expose? Why is it so important for anti-SJWs to expose SJWs? I mean, what doing the same thing they're doing? I mean,
but to me, this isn't even about exposure. This is just hilarious because I feel like, Max, something has been uncovered that I find intriguing. I think it's an amazing. And if it's not him, let's just go with Phobic here and say that maybe it's not him. So if it's not him, there's an awful lot of coincidences. Let's just put it that way. So if it's not him, okay, but you're really, to me, I feel like there's more evidence that it is him. Just like I feel like there's more evidence that Ray Fisher is telling the truth. And also, Jason Momoa came out in support of Ray Fisher. I don't know if you know that, Phobic, but Jason Momoa came out in support of Ray Fisher as well. So if Jason Momoa came out, and Jason Momoa is a bigger star than Ray Fisher, then there's obviously some weight to it. Okay?
Good comment, Richard. For years, he has asked to run to the bank with speculation, rumor, and now we can't speculate when it hits home. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Doomcock's whole channel, the whole thing is based on speculation and lies and stuff that he just pulls out of his butt on a daily basis. And it's entertainment and it's fun to watch and it's hilarious to listen to him talk.
It's more a joke. It's
more of a joke, future ruler of Earth, all this stuff, right? It's hilarious. But to ignore the similarities between him and the Commandant just because you don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Here's the ultimate litmus test that also, besides the proof that or what I provided as proof, which I think is you do not. This is how you really see who's out there defending him, who's making videos. If everyone believed that it wasn't him, you would see Fandom Menace videos all over the place saying, this isn't him. Right. There's absolute silence except for, I got to check out this. Someone said there was a Stephen Walton article. I got to read that. There's absolute silence. No one's talking about it. If it was a joke that these characters are maybe the same person, and it was just a crazy SJW trying to damage a pinhead on the internet, which is hilarious in itself, then you would see all kinds of people come rushing to the defense. Yes, that is an excellent point, Aladdin. That is an excellent point. I should make a video on that.
That's a good video.
Momoa supports Ray and not his co-star Amber Heard. That shows you Momoa isn't just going to front for nothing,
Exactly. Momoa isn't simping for no BS. And what we have to remember about this Ray Fisher situation, Jason Momoa was there. Okay? So he's going to know. Yeah. Ray's not a millionaire. Ray doesn't even. Oh, my God. Wow.
No, he's not. He's asking.
No, you can tell. No, Phobic said he really doesn't care when millionaire actors defend each other on social media.
No, most actors aren't. Only the top.
Ray's not. No.
Well, I actually do have to get to bed.
Oh wow!
You
Well, Max, I have to say this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being on here with you. I
Yeah,
knew this
thanks
was
for
going to be
joining.
fun.
No, I was just having fun. I'm not
Thank you.
upset or anything.
No, yeah, I know. Thank you, Phobic, for all the interaction
Right?
and
No,
all
he
the
makes the show
comments.
better. He makes the show
Nothing.
better.
Yeah, nothing personal. Hey, man. I mean, it's cool. All I'm saying is I enjoyed this.
You do exactly what is good to make the show better. You do
It's
ask the hard
great.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I don't like being in an echo chamber. I want to be with people that are going to have differing opinions, because I don't feel like if everybody, think of how boring life would be if we all had the same opinion.
Let me see. Or maybe, Max, that they all don't bother defending because they know it in their minds that people won't believe it. I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows?
The Stephen Walt article is okay. Yeah. Watch out for the videos defending it, saying it's not him. It's not going to happen. And
right,
if it does happen, I'll react.
They're not going to do that. You know why they're not going to do that? Because they want to pretend like it's a non-issue. Right. They're not going to acknowledge it, because then if they acknowledge it, they're bringing more attention to it than they want to. So they're not going to acknowledge it at all. And he'll never make a comment. But like I told you off air, Max, I think there's a good chance that we won't see any more videos from that character. I think there's a good chance that he's trying to put that behind him. And that would only add to the proof that he is that character if no more videos are made. I'm sorry. Right. That's evidence right there. That's a smoking gun. All of a sudden a video comes out exposing it, and now there's no more Commandant videos. What does that tell you?
Right. I actually had some gaming news if we want to end on that.
Cool.
This is an amazing deal. I am planning to get the PS5, but if you don't have an Xbox yet, this is like their Xbox. They may not have like the exclusive games.
Okay.
But this is a deal, because don't look. I'm not saying the price here. $499, $299 for digital only, and it's not as high powered. Right. But it includes the Game Pass, which is Xbox Gold.
Yeah, I checked that out. I was checking that out earlier. That sounds awesome.
24 months, 0 APR depending on your credit. $34.99. Game Pass Ultimate's like $15.99 a month. So you're getting a big discount on your console, especially if you go with the digital only. You're not going to get. But man, is that a deal? If you do this one, you're only spending like $8 more than Game Pass Ultimate, and you're getting a console.
That's a good deal. I agree with you.
They're going.
Did you see the solid gold PS5 that's going on sale?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a solid gold PS5 that's like, I think it's like $10,000 or something. It's going up for sale for the super rich people. I'm like, wow,
no, that's not me.
yeah, for real.
It probably break. Like you have a gold.
Yeah, like it's gold, and I'm like,
can you send it for repairs? I'd be afraid to send it for repairs.
You'd never get it back.
Right. All right, that's all we have for tonight. I got to get some rest. I was going to do a pre-recorded vid. Zodrider helped me out with a live stream, and it was fun. And I had a blast, and it
was lots of fun.
And if you got here late, my regrets. I need your help, because this is talking about topics is just going to be a solo live stream, but I enjoy the company. And then do I have any regrets on YouTube? And it's only trusting the intelligence level of people when you present things. Exactly. And not playing team sports and echo chambers. Yes, now if you're a viewer of this channel, I think you appreciate a differing opinion. That's always what I wanted to provide. And that's what we try to accomplish here, and that's why Zodrider is always welcome.
I disagree. Like I said, I love your videos, and I love hanging out with you, and this was a lot of fun, and I love differing opinions. I think that's great stuff.
Your YouTube channel. Do you
I do YouTube stuff with. I'm part of the Four Nerds, and we do that show.
What channel's been on this week?
Thursdays. I believe it's going to be on Dawson Nerdy in Many Ways channel this week. And I do my own show. It's a podcast on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on psn-radio.com. So that's what I do, and I usually interview people and stuff like that, and sometimes have deep discussions like the one Max and I were having tonight.
I'm not haunted by his. I know it.
And I was just gonna say and again, phobic, you're awesome. You're awesome, man.
Yeah,
I love the going back and forth. I thought that was awesome. That was fun. And like I said, man, it's all cool. It's all in good fun, and sometimes it's fun to disagree.
Oh, come on, really, man. You're listening to too much videos. Oh, it's such a horrible thing. I'm not saying to go denounce your white privilege or anything like that, but come on, people that say, "Oh, I'm so oppressed because I'm a white guy now in 2020." Shut the hell up, too. I'm sorry. Yes, the characters have the scales turned to opposite? And
would you be? I want to ask you before we get off the air. Would you be free next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern? Could you join me on the Zod Rider Show?
Yeah, I think
for an episode. It's an audio podcast, so you would.
I don't even have to be masked up.
Nothing.
I mean, I'm in my mask all the time. Never.
But I'm saying, you won't have to be. It's I do it on. It's audio done through Skype and some broadcasting software. So if you can join me, man, I want to have you as a guest next week. I think we could have a fun show.
No, I'm phobic. I just mean that you can't see what's happening in your own house if you're political. If you're really into politics, you are so defensive about stuff. Like you can't. Someone called me an ist. It's a dickhead on the internet. I'm sorry. We don't even know his real identity.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? It'd be different if it was a person's face out there and you're calling him, but it's a possible ist peenhead.
That's just.
He's a joke. He's a joke.
It's so funny. He might as well be one of those animatronic characters over at Chuck E. Cheese for all the discussion we've had. It's like he's not even a real person. He's a character. We're literally arguing over if a character is an ist. This is what makes it so much fun, though. He's like a character. It's like
I'm gonna ruin a guy's life that wears a penis hat on the internet, a peen hat. Oh man, I think if he does that, he ruins it for himself. Now, if someone knew who he actually was, then it'd be a different story.
Just because you don't like,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know who he is. I don't want to know who he is.
Hey, look, man. You can't accuse him. Well, we're looking at other stuff, but okay.
All right, good. Well, I got to get to bed. It's almost 3 for me.
Yeah, it's
good
late.
Night, Zod Rider. Good night, Phobic. Good night, chat.
Good night, man.
Yeah. See you.
Good night, chat. Good night, Phobic.
Good night, Phobic. We got to play Avengers soon. Bye.